Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 252 of Looking at Stamps. And today we're going to continue looking at Black women as they are portrayed on U.S. postage stamps. The first stamp we have is one of my favorites in this Black Heritage series, and this is Scott number 2958. This is the Bessie Coleman stamp issued in 1995. Bessie Coleman was born and raised in the cotton fields of Texas. She later moved to Chicago, where she became a manicurist. While there, she heard of the exploits of the female aviators flying in Europe during World War I and dreamt of becoming an aviator herself. After applying to various flight schools in the United States, of which all of them turned her down for both being Black and for being a woman, she went to France, where she obtained her degree in 1921. I should say her license in 1921. She later became a teacher and a airline racer, and eventually she tried to start her own flight school before her death. And that was Bessie Coleman, Scott number 2956, issued in 1995. Another stamp that I've talked about quite recently is the Madam C.J. Walker stamp, Scott number 3181. This was issued in 1998. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, she is the first Black self-made female millionaire, and she earned her money by developing hair products for Black women and men, and she created the first beauty school for Black hair care. She amassed a great fortune, and she gave 2/3 of her estate to philanthropic purposes. She donated to the NAACP, the Black YMCA, to various arts organizations, Homes for the Aged, and she developed a scholarship fund for women at Tuskegee. Recently, a new theater has been renamed in her honor in Indianapolis, and that is the Madam C.J. Walker stamp, Scott number 3181, issued in 1998. The next stamp is another woman of many firsts, and this is Patricia Roberts Harris, Scott number 3371, and this was issued in the year 2000. And there are so many firsts associated with her name. It really is quite astounding. She was the first Black woman to be an ambassador under LBJ. She was the first woman to head a U.S. law school at Howard University. She was the first woman to be in a cabinet member position under a president, which was President Carter. She was first to be in 3 different cabinet positions under a single president, under Carter, and that was the Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, the Health, Education, and Welfare Cabinet member, and also the Health and Human Services Cabinet member. She was also the first woman to head a national political party, and finally, the first Black woman to serve as the U.S. representative to the UN. And that is Patricia Roberts Harris, Scott number 3371, issued in the year 2000. And finally, we have one of my favorite singers of all time, and this is the Marion Anderson stamp, Scott number 3896, issued in the year 2005. In 1939, the Daughters of the American Revolution refused to let her sing at the Constitutional Hall in D.C. She was a renowned singer worldwide, both with symphonic orchestras and in opera. When Eleanor Roosevelt heard about the situation, she obtained permission for Marion Anderson to sing on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, which was also televised, at which point she sang for over 70,000 people amassed on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. Eventually, later that year, she sang for a fundraiser at the American Red Cross at Constitution Hall that was sponsored by the Daughters of American Revolution. She also sang at the White House. She also sang for soldiers in World War I and World War II. and she was the first black woman to sing at the New York Met Opera in 1955. She sang at the Eisenhower and Kennedy inaugurations, and she sang on the March on Washington in 1963. And she received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And one of the things that I wanted you to see now, since these are issued in the 90s and the 2000s, I want you to see the depiction of these women. You can see we've moved away from the side views of women. These women are looking directly into the camera and directly at the people that are observing them. Even when they are drawn caricature or drawn figures, or I should say drawn portraits, they are full view, with the exception of Madam C.J. Walker, which is 3/4 view. But these are all portraits, face on, head on, so that you can actually see the people that they are portraying, unlike the portrayals of the 60s and 70s. So that is all the time we have for today. We will have more stamps in this series for you tomorrow. Have a great day, and I will talk with you then. Bye-bye.